Imagine stepping outside tonight and looking up at the sky. You're fully expecting to see that familiar, glowing white sphere exactly where it always is, right? But tonight, it's just gone. There's no massive, fiery explosion in space, no warning sirens going off, just the ultimate, silent, vanishing act. Welcome to This Explainer, where we are going to explore exactly what would happen to our planet if our closest celestial neighbor just suddenly checked out.
So, would life on Earth continue or descend into chaos? I mean, would things just carry on as normal, or are we looking at total planetary collapse? The stakes here are incredibly high, and honestly, the answers are going to completely change how you look at that glowing rock in the sky. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. 4.5 billion. That's how many years the moon has been orbiting us. It is so much more than just a pretty nightlight up there. For literally billions of years, it has been actively shaping our planet's climate, driving our tides, and even dictating the very length of our days. Take it away, and Earth instantly becomes a wildly different place.
Which brings us to our first major shift, coastal chaos, the end of strong tides. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that if the moon vanished tomorrow, our ocean tides wouldn't completely stop. The sun actually pulls on our oceans too, creating what we call solar tides. But without the moon's massive gravitational pull, those remaining solar tides would be drastically, and I mean dangerously weak. The powerful, driving rhythm of the entire ocean would basically lose its main engine overnight.
And that sudden, steep drop in tide strength, it would force our oceans into sheer survival mode. Countless coastal ecosystems absolutely depend on those strong, regular lunar tides to survive. We're talking nutrient flows, critical breeding grounds, daily feeding cycles. All of that relies on the predictable clockwork of the moon. Without it, the fundamental biological rhythm of the seas gets shattered in a single day.
Next up, we have Section 2, plunged into true darkness when the night loses its light.
You see, the moon doesn't actually generate its own light, right? It acts like this giant cosmic mirror reflecting the sun down to us. Take that mirror away, and our nights go pitch black. Seriously, think about the animals out in the wild. All those predators and prey that hunt, migrate, or navigate using moonlight, they would suddenly find themselves completely blinded. And us humans, we'd absolutely feel it too. That familiar, comforting glow of the night sky would just be replaced by an inky, bottomless void.
All right, on to Section 3, a wobbling, unstable Earth, the planetary stabilizer.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because here is the absolute biggest twist of all. The moon is literally our planetary anchor. Right now, Earth's steady axis tilt is firmly held in place by the moon's gravity. So, step 1, the moon vanishes overnight. Step 2, without that massive gravitational anchor, Earth's tilt loses all stability, and we start to wobble wildly like a spinning top losing momentum. And step 3, that wobble triggers apocalyptic climate shifts over millions of years. Certain regions would just bake under relentless punishing sun, while others get plunged into totally unpredictable ice ages. Those steady, reliable seasons we all know and love, completely gone.
Moving on to Section 4, the end of slowing time, removing the planetary brake. Through those exact same tidal interactions we were just talking about, the moon is actually acting like a giant brake pedal on a spinning tire. It's constantly slowly reducing Earth's rotation. You look at the timeline, 4.5 billion years ago, it started shaping a really young, crazy fast-spinning Earth. Cut to today, and that braking effect is still working, subtly lengthening our days. But if the moon just disappears, the brakes are entirely cut. Fast forward millions of years into the future, and the very length of a day on Earth would evolve completely differently.
Which naturally leads us to Section 5. Would humanity actually survive?
Well, the short answer is yes, at least initially. You wouldn't just be instantly flung off into deep space like in some crazy Hollywood blockbuster. But as we've laid out, the long-term threats are undeniably severe. Between the drastically altered ecosystems, weakened tides, and those wildly unstable climate shifts over millions of years, our planet would eventually morph into an incredibly harsh, almost alien world. The Earth itself would physically endure for sure, but life as we know it would become completely unrecognizable.
So, the crucial point is exactly what the research says. The moon quietly shapes life on Earth every single day. It might seem super ordinary just because it's always up there, but it is the secret engine keeping our world uniquely stable and hospitable. Without it, quite literally, everything changes. Next time you step outside at night and look up, maybe take a quick second to appreciate the monumental heavy lifting it's doing up there in the dark.
And that brings us to the end of today's Explainer. If you enjoyed this deep dive,
we really want to hear from you. What-if questions should we explore next? The universe is packed with wild mysteries and cosmic domino effects just waiting to be uncovered. Keep looking up, stay curious,